What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Another Instagram post turns into a video. If you guys don't have me on Instagram, I know I've started a few videos like this, but I actually posted a post maybe 2 hours ago now, and I did it. I fucking bought the Rydas album, and I figured I'd come on here and tell you guys why I ultimately decided to pick this up. I totally forgot about the release date and everything like that. I had seen people posting about it, listened to a couple of the songs, and as soon as I heard the verse from Lil Shank on the last track, I don't know the tracks by name yet. I think it was I'm a Ride, I think it is. I'ma be a rider. Lil Shank has a verse on here where he gives a little shout out to the other Ryda members, not the Rydas that are on this. I'm talking Sawed Off. I'm talking Converse, Twin Gats, Full Clip, and Bullet. He shouts them out and basically says that I hope they're doing good and that they're starting new cliques in they hood. And when I heard that, I was like, that's the fucking shit to me. I honestly was kind of almost expecting some disses in here, and 100% in my DNA, there's actually a line that Lil Shank says something else, and I was like, that's totally a fucking shot at Psychopathic Records. That's how I learned about the little shout out from Lil Shank. Is it was actually Coma Black had posted about this album, some of the tracks, and I just happened to listen 100% in my DNA, and I got to that part, and I had commented that was a fucking diss. So somebody replied and sent me a link to that verse where Lil Shank basically gave them a shout out. And I was like, okay. I went, as soon as that happened, I went and I bought the album. And ultimately my reasoning for it is, because a lot of people know how I feel about Twisted. I've said I won't buy any of their albums, and I haven't. I haven't even heard the first song off of Generation Nightmare. So it's nothing, you know what I mean? The whole beef thing, I've put it behind me. I actually have a video that's going to be coming out here very soon talking about the beef now that it's been 2 years since it first ignited. But I ultimately bought this because going off the gimmick, this isn't Twisted. This isn't Blaze. This isn't Young Wicked. This is the Rydas. This, to me, continues the story of the Rydas, and it tells us what happened with Lil Shank. Fofo, not Converse, Cell Block, and Young Dirt. It tells us what happened to those Rydas through this album. They started a new clique. This is the album that fucking they made. I've said it before. I'm probably going to say it a million more fucking times. I would wish and hope for ICP. I'm sorry. I would hope and wish for Bullet, Full Clip, maybe even Converse to jump on it. Sawed Off to jump on it. Maybe even get Twin Gats on there. Maybe they can recruit some other Rydas to spit on the album as well. We know of a certain artist that'll definitely make a cameo because he's the golden child right now. But I would love to see them come out with, even if it's just an EP, I would love to see them make an album now. The Psychopathic Rydas release something. Because this, to me, this continues the story of the Rydas. I know a lot of people are up in arms about it right now, but I would much rather a project like this come out than something with the name Lotus attached to it, just because going by the gimmick, going by the story, this is acceptable to me. I mean, this is full on. They went, we'll get into it when I drop my review later this week, but I mean, they stuck to the formula. There's jacked beats. I think there was probably some added production to them, but they're jacked beats. They've stuck to their aliases. This was done right to me. This was not a cash grab to me. This was not just an attempt to make some money. This to me was continuing the story of the Rydas. What happened to some of those Rydas through the split of what happened at Psychopathic Records. And I would love to hear what happened to the other Rydas that are still Psychopathic Rydas. It's never going to happen. But ultimately, that is why I bought this. That is why I bought this. This will actually go in with the other Psychopathic Ryda albums. So I just wanted to come on here and just make that mention real quick of why I did it. I know a lot of people are up in arms A lot of people are still feeling the way they feel about the shit that happened 2 years ago. But I've opened my mind a lot more to everything that's happened and shit like that. And I'm going to touch on that in a video that's actually going to drop on the anniversary of when the Faygo Lovers interview with ICP came out, just to kind of reflect on everything that happened with the beef, my thoughts on it now, how I feel about both parties, because my perspective on both parties has changed so much since that happened. So that is why I bought the Rydas. I will be dropping a review for it later this week. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.